Hello, wonderful Circle of Love members. And today we have DrStem here from Florida, and she's talking to us and sharing with her that when we step into the light and feel encouraged, we are just absolutely amazing and unstoppable. And thank you so much for being here with us.
Thank you. Thank you. So I took that down because I wanted to make sure that we see you and the slide in there. So I'm so excited to join all of you from sunny Florida. As you can see from my background, I am based in Orlando, Florida in the USA. And as this thing always does, it's got a mind of its own. Okay, let me do this and share the other one. And you know, when we started, it showed up, tested on us very good, and now it doesn't want to go on just the first slide. Okay, Caroline, you got some answers for this?
I don't know. I think Mercury isn't retrograde, so just
because it worked the first time.
Yeah, it worked.
I mean, all of you that do this kind of work, you know how it goes, right? That
it's the show
you get
off
prepared.
effect.
We even showed up 10 minutes before and tested this, and voila, it's got a life of its own. So let me do this here. I'm going to just log out there.
While we just look at the beautiful beach and palm tree and take in some vitamin C through our eyes from your background. And we take a deep breath and we just...
I mean, if it won't go into the page by page, don't worry. We'll go ahead and just, use it as is.
Ah, here you go. Perfect. Looks good.
I think with that, we're going to start with some music and just, loosen up and center. I started with this song because this is a circle of love. So I greet you all in the name of love. And I am so honored that I have this opportunity to grace this platform and say hello to all of you from around the world. So just in case you can hear an accent, I'm originally from Zimbabwe, Africa. So I'm from Zimbabwe, Africa, but I reside in Orlando, Florida, in the Sunshine State. Came here for education 36 years ago, and I haven't gone back to stay. I go and visit, but I haven't gone back to stay because what I found is my own sunshine living in the Sunshine State. And that's what we're going to be talking about. Finding your own sunshine, letting your own light shine, and becoming unstoppable, free, and fearless, living a free and fearless life. As you can tell, I'm, I'm a ball of energy, and I am a licensed mental health professional. I do mental health counseling for over 25 years. That's the main business that I have. But on the side, I am a life coach, a business coach for women in business and women that are aspiring business women. And we work on self-confidence, on, clarity on their business, and also, marketing their businesses. And that's where my energy resides more. So as a result of doing that coaching business, I started writing books. And I was just talking to Carolyn before this that I have written over 40 books now. And one of the books that I love, and also loved and enjoyed writing came at a most difficult time in my life where, I'm sure many of you can relate to this, where you just get to the point in your life where nothing is working. Everything you're trying is like nothing is working, right? So I wrote this book after a near death where I was diagnosed with diabetes and high blood pressure, but my numbers were so high that I was rushed into the hospital and was told that if I had missed it by a second, I was going to lose my life and they were going to, lose me. So I tell more and talk more about that story in the book, Unstoppable. This talk is about you becoming unstoppable, living a free and fearless life. And I just wanted to do a nice, presentation that as we near the end of the year, 2022, and getting into 2023, what are some of those things that can help you, as I say, end the year with a bang? Like, okay, done that, been there, but then you get motivated to enter the new year with a boom. And a boom means having an unstoppable mindset. And that's what we're going to talk about. The book itself is now available in a paperback, hardback, Kindle, and audiobook. So you have no excuse after you watch this video or attend this workshop to not be unstoppable. You will have this training and this talk, and then you also have the book in all forms so that there's no excuse at all, and I read all those books myself. So this voice that you're hearing now is the same voice that you hear in each and every one of those English books. Many of them are in Spanish. I do have a young lady who reads the Spanish books and she is phenomenal, has also a voice that you would want to listen to them, as well. So let me get into this. My intention for this presentation, today is to remind you that you matter, your life matters, your peace of mind matters, and that you are unstoppable. Are those good reminders? I like to chat because I just don't want to be talking. So in the chat room, for those of you that are here with me, you can just put a yes or a no. Are those good reminders for us to get every now and then that you matter, your life matters, your peace of mind matters, and you are unstoppable? Yep, yes, I'm seeing some yeses in there. Thank you for that. Here's the key word that I want you to pay attention to. You. So as you read this or listen to this, please replace that you with I. I matter. My life matters. My peace matters. I am unstoppable. Because it is this beginning that you will begin to embrace your own life and your own change, as we talk about becoming unstoppable, living a free and fearless life. So what does it mean to be unstoppable? I get this question all the time. There's no one definition of unstoppable, because it means something different for everyone. And this is what I love about life, because there's no one way of living life. Neither are we, the same as the next person, right? we're all different and unique. And the beauty about it is we all have a specific lesson that we're supposed to teach each other in this world in order to become whole, and in order for us to have that life that I can say, I lived a good life. And I allowed myself to be the best version of myself as I possibly could. I agree to doing things like this here because it gives me an opportunity like no other. A girl from Zimbabwe, from Africa, now living in Orlando, Florida. Where in the world would I meet, anybody else who's outside of just my yard and my city and state where I am? This is great because now I get to meet you, you get to meet me. And I think it's an opportunity that many of us are afraid to do because then it's just scary. What would I say? What would I do? So I hope that by listening to this, you will understand that you are unique, and your way of showing up to the world and your way of showing yourself is what we need, because we don't have what you have, and we don't know who you have, and we'll never know if you don't share with us. So what comes to mind when you heard the word unstoppable, free, and fearless? What came to mind for you, as you hear the title Unstoppable, Free, and Fearless? What comes to mind? Is it something that is attainable? Is it something that brings something to you? What comes to mind? And as we are doing this, whether you're listening now, you're attending, as we do it, or afterwards, get yourself a piece of paper and, and a notebook. So even if after I, am the one that prepares this, I'm always finding that there's something new that comes up each time that I present this. So, have a piece of paper or your journal, take it out and just write down. So what comes to mind? Unstoppable, free, and fearless. Oh, okay, Ms. Porritt, I see you. Good for you. Yes, because then, it helps you understand also how your mind thinks. Oh, I love this. To pursue my goals and dreams. Yes. Unstoppable, free, and fearless says, hey, I've got goals, I've got dreams, and they will never come true if I don't allow myself to freely let myself just do it. I love Nike. Whoever started that and came up with that, just do it, that's the best thing that they ever did, because what a way, just do it. I'm allowed to lead my life the way I wish. Yes, yes. At the end of the day, our life is like a movie that, we have all these players in the movie. So when we get to be unstoppable, we realize that as of my life, I am the director. Many of us have allowed other people, situations to direct this one movie that we have, that is our life. And then we become players in our own life and realize that, well, but I don't want my life to be like that. And I don't enjoy things to be like that. Well, take the reins, queen and king, and be in control of your life. Because you get to choose the players. You get to choose who you designate and delegate to direct it. If you are tired, you get to choose if you want to take back the direction, once you give it away. That's the beauty about it. You don't have to let them control and, and tell you where to go, what to do at all times. You can take back that control at any time once you know and understand that you are unstoppable and you are free and fearless to live your life your way. What does it mean to be unstoppable? Let me tell you. People who are unstoppable, free, and fearless, they have a refusal to give up. So no matter how tough things get, they understand that life is not meant to be smooth. It's not meant for everything to just work out. But what they know for sure is that everything will connect. Everything will be meaningful when they hang on in there to say, if I didn't go through that, I wouldn't have been able to do this. I wouldn't have been able to have that. I wouldn't be able to help these, people or this person or help myself. They always connect. They have an ability and determination to bounce back no matter what. And with me understanding and knowing this, when the pandemic started in 2019, I knew as a mental health professional, as a life and career coach, that people will struggle with this, but this pandemic is not going to wipe all of us and just wipe the whole world and we are gone. But if we don't get a way and figure out a way to bounce back better, in a way that we are more in control of how we bounce back, because not everybody is going to bounce back in the same way, but we take our time and get to understand ourselves and also understand what it is or the pace that will bounce back, it's going to be tough, because we might as well be all dead if we don't embrace the fact that I'm still here. That means I need to bounce back. I'm still here. That means I have work to do. I'm still here. That means I can still live my dreams, because everybody that left us was at a space where they had it written down, or they spoke to someone, or they planned it, but they were waiting for the right time. They were waiting for the right moment and the right year. And unfortunately, they didn't have that moment. You and I have it. So if there's anything that is going to help you understand how to close out this 2022 or any year after this and bounce and into the new year, it's the knowledge that I will not have tomorrow. What I have is today. I can plan for tomorrow, but I need to take one step beginning today to work towards it. Because what that does, it gives you that fulfillment that I know if I go today and that pandemic came, or the other illness comes and takes me today, I have said yes to this moment, to all of you. We are recording this now. So whether you get to meet me, which you will, and I'm declaring that, whether you get to meet me or not, I have moved towards one of my dreams of meeting people and women from around the world, whether it's virtual or in person. So that's the step that I am taking as an ability to say, bounce back. I'm not taking it free. I'll talk more about bouncing back at the end. They have an unshakable determination and willpower. An unshakable determination to just make an impact, to just make a difference. And we're going to talk about that as well. They also have an ability to take back their power with love. And I say that with love to remind you that we don't have to be angry at the situations that happened in our lives, at the people that played roles in our lives to help us move into the place of becoming the best version of ourselves. And you realize that after listening to this or watching this a couple of times, that again, you go back into that I matter. I am responsible for how I live this life and how I show up in this life. And everybody around me is here, and I have met them in order for them to help me become the best version of my life. I know that's too much to take. Like, what do you mean? This people did this and this person did this. What do you mean? They never understand me and they didn't this. I know it's a lot. So this is just planting that seed so that you can look at it in a different way. Being unstoppable, again, means you're taking back the power with love to run this movie of your life, yourself, your way, and there's nobody else that can do it better than you. They love, believe, and honor their intuition and gut feeling. I'm telling you, many of us, and I know that with me doing this kind of work every year, I'm also helping myself and evolving, myself and transforming myself, and realize that the more I talk about believing and honoring intuition and gut feeling, I realize that, whoa, that's big. Because our gut feeling is our dearest friend that many of us do not befriend. We're like, I don't know, but my gut was telling me, but something kicked in me and I just felt like, and then we negate to align with our gut feeling and our intuition. If you want to be unstoppable, begin today to really be still and always, what's my gut feeling? What am I feeling? Oh, why did I feel that way when I thought about this, or when I said this, or when I didn't say yes to this, or when I didn't say no to this? What's my gut feeling? And really write down what comes to mind. Is this helpful? Again, my yes and no's. And if you're writing and watching this, is this helpful at least to begin to understand how being unstoppable, free, and fearless means really taking a look at how you are living your life and how you are embracing your life. Being unstoppable also means having a can-do attitude. It means you are staying in this no matter what zone. And no matter what is like, the world is not watching me and expecting me to do things a certain way. But I'm expecting to live this life and live the best way that I can. So no matter what means, what do I want to do? And how do I want to do it? No matter what zone means, I know I did this, but I'm not happy about it. It's not fulfilling my life. I can move. I can say no. I can shift. I can do it a different way. That's a no matter what zone. Get out of that no matter what zone, that because I said I'm going to do it this way, even if it's not working and it's so hard and it's so, but then I got to make sure. No, because that's going against the grain. It's going against your energy. Being unstoppable means you have this freedom. You have this lightness in you that says, I'm good with the energy that I'm putting out, and I'm good with the, things that I'm doing in my life. No other option zone means my option of choosing to learn from other people and to learn other option is the option. It doesn't mean that I am stubborn enough to not allow myself to learn new ways and different ways. It just means that I'm not going to allow you and you and you to run my life. But you can help me with it. I can choose the final say and have the final say of how I show up and how I live my life. Okay? Comparing to no one's zone. I have to clarify this one. Because comparison in itself, when it's being compared where you are negating to give yourself credit for things that you do and for who you are, then it's not a good comparison. But if it's a comparison where you say, oh, you know what? I heard this talk from DrStem, who said she's a Zimbabwean woman who went to the United States for school and then decided that she was going to live where her light is shining, that she's a woman that came in with an accent and was, not talking because she was afraid that people would not understand her because she has an accent and she was scared to speak. And then started speaking and went into Toastmasters and said, I need to learn the American way of speaking so that I'm not afraid to be who I am. And they're like, oh, we love your accent. Like, wait a minute. You love my accent. That's the reason why I'm here. They're like, oh, keep speaking. Keep being you. And as you speak, as you say more, you're going to perfect your speaking in a way that people understand you, but never lose the essence of who you are. And it's like, oh, okay. She started writing books because she worked for an organization, a government organization, where she was, leading a group of auditors to audit government programs that were detention centers for children. And her boss used to take her reports and put them in red and read this, and you should write good English. You don't write good English. And, this doesn't make sense. Can you not have running sentences? Remember now, when you go through situations like that, I now know that because of my insecurities of feeling like people will not understand me, people will not understand my accent, or even because I'm from Africa, oh, I don't know how to write the way that you're supposed to write. She tapped into that because now with the red and everything, like, okay, I guess nobody will ever understand me. And, even the writing is not even good enough. And then I went to Toastmasters, and they're like, don't lose your sight. And I said, okay. And I'm saying this not to impose, my beliefs on you, but to, let you understand who I am and what brings me to this stage. So I am a Christian and I believe in prayer. So that's what has sustained me until that moment when I realized that I'm now being afraid to be me. And I was just reminded that, you know what, be you. And I said, okay, let me get back to what I understand. My first book that you will find online, if you go in there searching for the books, was The Power of Prayer. And in there, you hear me talk about the struggles that I was having and what I went through. But what that did was I took the serenity prayer and broke it down into, things that I could understand to bring back into that zone where I had to believe in myself. I say that to help you get to your own zone of what zone do you need to go into that will help you allow yourself to be unstoppable, free, and fearless you. And now you might be asking, okay, how do I become unstoppable, free, and fearless? What do I need to do? Don't worry, I got you covered. And as I discuss these things, you only need to pick one or two at a time. Don't go, well, you know what? I've been like all these years not even, hearing something like this. This moment is the moment. If I say anything that you haven't heard before, if I say it in a different way, today, this moment is the moment that you were supposed to hear it. So forget about what you didn't hear in the time that you didn't have. You are here right now. Take the baton and take this information and run the rest of your days being a person that is now knowledgeable, that is now, equipped to be unstoppable, free, and fearless. Ladies, let me tell you this, and you might share this with your spouses, children that are gentlemen. So ladies and gentlemen, let me tell you this. When you become unstoppable, free, and fearless, you are going to create an environment, an opportunity for many more people to become the best version of themselves and become free and fearless. So this is bigger than you and I when you become free and fearless. It allows you to dig deeper and connect to your true and real self. Who are you? When I ask you to look in the mirror, who do you see? What do you see? And that's work that you can do on your own in your own times. Becoming unstoppable, free, and fearless means connection to your passion and your calling. Do you know what your passion is? Do you know how you can live your passion every day, enjoy your life, and enjoy doing what it is that you were born to do? Do you know how to monetize it? Because it's one thing for us to have the passion and to, do what we need to do. But let me tell you, you also need to monetize your passion. So that means you are okay and comfortable knowing that you can and need to get paid for your gift. Because when you get paid, you are allowing those that are investing through paying for it to pay attention to what they have paid for. Paying customers pay more attention. They literally transform their lives. I don't know about you, but the work that I do, my joy is in seeing people transform their lives and becoming the best version of themselves, which is unstoppable, free, and fearless. And when they invest in it, it shows me that they are ready and nothing is going to stop them. When they come and they say, I'm ready to invest, I don't have to convince them because they now know that they are at that place where they need to invest into something that is more, that will elevate them, stepping up their game, I call it. You also will be, to become, unstoppable, you have to be aligned with the right connections. And we're going to talk more about, that one too in a minute. But it helps you to choose to stay positive. If you follow me, which I hope if you didn't, that you will be following me, on social media and everything, you will notice that many of the things that I do is to uplift, motivate, inspire people with quotes and everything. I've had people that say, I can't be that positive every day. And I am so in agreement with you that we cannot be positive every day. But it's a choice that we have to choose to stay positive. Focus on the small wins. Do not just set big goals, audacious goals, and then get exhausted, tired when you don't get to meet them. Make sure that, yes, dream big, yes, set big goals, but in between them, set small goals that you're excited about. That I was talking to Carolyn earlier on, and I'm like, we set this up about 3-4 months ago, that I'll be here doing, being a guest, on Circle of Love. And she's like, I said, I can't believe it. But yeah, it's a win-win because I'm here and I'm doing it. But it was one of those goals that I set up and said, I'm going to do it and I'll do it then. So let me tell you, I'm a little bit in now. Even though it was 3 months ago, I specifically took some time right in that first month when I scheduled it to create this presentation and put it together so that I wouldn't have to rush, run, and panic when it's time. So last night, all I did was just go through it and I said, my gut is telling me that this is what I'm supposed to present. I'm not changing it. I'm not adding anything to it. So prepare, and be open to be changed, to change. Preparedness allows you to not panic, to not have anxiety, but to believe in you and believe to what it is that you can bring to the world. Whatever it is that you're supposed to be doing, there's nobody else that can do it better than you. What people like myself, Carolyn, yourself can only do for others is to help put it together, bring out that clarity, and help you move forward so that you never miss a minute of doing what it is that you're supposed to do. Adopt a growth mindset versus a fixed mindset. You know who you are. Are you a person that says, oh, I've always been doing things this way, and I want to make sure that, you know what, even in my business, in my life, career, things are done this way. My values are this. This is what I know for sure, and this is what I believe for sure. Or are you a person, and I'm one of those people I'm never married to anything. I'm always open and willing to learn new ways of showing up. And as I do that, I've realized that, you know what, things actually become clearer and things become even easier for me to do. So if you're struggling with procrastination, if you're struggling with just not having the next move planned out, open yourself up and enroll in classes and mindset groups, or join other people. You will get something in there that will just ignite your light. And I learned this thing here, and actually it helped me. And because once you open up and you're open and clear, it's like now you do what we call inspired action. And inspired action means I'm not even thinking about it. It's just coming and flowing and flowing and flowing, because I'm doing exactly what I love. And I wake up, and all of a sudden I'm thinking of this, and all of a sudden somebody just calls me or emails me and says, hey, I didn't know about this beautiful group that you all have. Carolyn says, I have this group that I have put together for the ladies. I would love if you can have some time. You see, I get invited to do what I love and reach many that I couldn't reach myself. That's what it means to become unstoppable, to become open, and to also have, a growth mindset. Stay away from an all or nothing approach, which means, you know what, I'm either going to do it this way or I'm not successful. It didn't work out for me, because there's always a different way. I might think that I wasn't successful and I didn't do my best in doing this presentation, and then someone watches it and they say, whoa, there was one thing that you said, it resonated with me. And with that one win, it means I have done what I was supposed to do and what I'm called to do on this very minute, on this very day. So never underestimate the opportunities or the moments and things that you find yourself in, and then you question yourself, or you underestimate your value because of that. Another way that I've begun to look at opportunities like this, or connections like this, is also understanding that there is a divine calling that is above and beyond me, that sometimes is above getting paid and getting, big monies for you to get it. So you might say, well, they're making this, do this for $100, for $500, or maybe sometimes even for free. It's not for free that you're doing it. Because with that one life that you are changing and transforming, I get calls today of people that say, I heard you at this webinar that you did. I'm like, I did? When was that? Oh, it was probably 6-7 years ago that I heard you. But I'm now the head of this department in this company. And I told them that if you want a motivational speaker, let me get DrStem for you. And I'm glad they call me now 6 years later, because I've upped my game. I'm more confident stepping on the stage, and I have learned a lot and worked with a lot of people. So I'm a better version of me now, standing in there. And I believe in me that if you can remember me from 6 years ago, wait until you hear me now. So be that kind of person that knows that, you know what, I might not think that I'm good today, but if I get myself on that, path to get to know me better, believe in me better, understand what it is that I'm supposed to do better, I'm improving on my game. As I improve on my game, believe in me more, other people begin to just resonate and come to you and just like, oh, okay. So that's the staying away from an all or nothing approach. It's opening yourself up to becoming a better version of you. This one here, I have so much fun doing this. Let me just check in with you again. Is this like making sense? Yes or no? Again, in there. Is this making sense? And if you're writing and watching this after today, please get a blank page and just write a yes in your journal on that blank page, because it means mind, I'm on a whole different way of thinking and living my life and doing things in my life. Write a big yes in there. You're saying yes to change. You're saying yes to doing things differently. And again, yes to starting your day. So remember at the beginning, I said, ending this year with a bang and going into the new year with a boom. You literally can do that from moment to moment. You can end this moment with a bang and enter the next moment with a boom. You can close out this month with a bang and enter the next month with a boom. It's all up to you. So when I'm coaching or I'm counseling, doing a workshop, I love the moment that I remind people, live more, love more, laugh more, walk, exercise, run, meditate, do more of just, oh, this is for me. I'm loving me more. For those of you that are here today, that will be watching this after, I applaud you for taking that moment to just love you more and hear more of how you can love yourself more and become more unstoppable, free, and fearless. Be you more. There's nobody else like you. We need you. We want to know you. We want to understand you. And if you don't come out of your cocoon, if you don't come out of your shell, you are doing injustice to me, her, and that little girl that is, coming up, and that young woman that is coming up, and that other woman that is there. You're doing us all injustice, because without you, you are a missing piece in our life puzzle. There's supposed to be something that we're supposed to learn from each other. That if I'm not the one, let's say you're putting together an event, right? And you say, well, you know what? I wonder if people are going to be registering. The right people will be registering. And by the right people, I mean, even if you have one person registering, that one person is supposed to be there live. But as you share the recordings of what you have done, millions are going to be impacted when you know it or don't know it, because it will be time for them to get to know you and to get to that piece of puzzle. So understand that. And I applaud each and every one of you that is doing something and getting out of their own way and putting themselves out there. Because as you do that, universe, God, higher power is also working with you to say, okay, by you being fearless and free and being, you know what, I'm just going to do it because I'm feeling like this is what I need to do. It opens up doors for you. It opens up the money that you need. It opens up the right connections that you need. It opens up the right information that you need in order for you to up your game and elevate your game. You've got something to give. There's something in you, whether before you even learn something else from anybody else, you being you is something that you need to share with someone. Okay? Take action. Take the next best step. Ask for help and take chances. Without taking chances, you'll never know where to improve, what to improve, how to improve. Take chances. And as you can see, I put that one in red. Say yes to you and what you love more. What I mean by this, when you say no to that which has not been working, or that which doesn't work for you anymore, or which never even worked, but we said yes because, oh no, I wanted to be a good person. When you say no to that, you are saying yes to you. When you say yes to you, you have allowed yourself to mentally, spiritually, physically, emotionally be in the right mindset and taking care of yourself. When you say no, you have said yes to you so that you can live longer and have more opportunities and times to say yes to the right opportunities, to the right people, and the right moments. So if you're one of those that is watching this and your problem has been, oh, I have a hard time saying no, or I have a hard time, not helping out because I just feel bad and everything. Maybe this was for you to say, as you're saying yes to other people, you have closed out the yes to you. And without you saying yes to you, you are going to feel it because the body, the mind, the spirit has a way of just like, I'm not feeling well. I feel depleted. I'm exhausted all the time. I'm just not happy. These people being around these people, these children, or this husband, or this wife, or this, and you're just complaining every time. I'm asking you to put the light back on you. Say no to everybody and begin saying yes to you. When you do, you'll feel the energy. You allow yourself to take responsibility of your own life, your own choices, and everything that happens in your life. News. You are 1000% responsible for where you are, what is going on in your life, what is happening in your life, 1000% responsible for the choices that you will make to stay there or to expand yourself and allow yourself to be unstoppable, free, and fearless. That's a tough one to get because many a time I get, what do you mean? You don't understand. And I might not understand why it happened to you, why you've had to go through that life. But what I understand that for you and I to connect this moment, this day, it means the game changes. You're back in the director's position. Nobody else is going to take responsibility of how your life turns out as of this moment that you and I are meeting. So I say to you, promise yourself to always, always be at peace. Promise yourself to always, and I mean always, be happy, joyful, and open. Promise yourself to always allow your light to shine. So when I was saying to you, be around the people that have the right energy, the right connections, I want to invite you to a conference that I am hoping that, before my time is over on this earth, I will have brought it to as many countries as I can in person so that you can meet me, I can meet you in your country where you are. It's called Bounce Back Empowerment Conference. Right now, because of COVID, I'm doing it online. So this year will be our 3rd annual Bounce Back Empowerment Conference. When I tell you that I practice what I preach, come and see this conference because I'm that kind of person that says, okay, the first year, what didn't I do? What can I do to make it better? Second year came, what did I do? What can I do to make it better? My intention is to give you and everybody that comes to watch it or will watch it afterwards the tools that you need to become the real you, unstoppable, free, and fearless. It's one thing for us to say it. It's another when you can have all these speakers that have done what you and I have not done. Remember when I said we all need each other and we need each person's best version of themselves to show up so that I can have my right piece. So when you come, I can guarantee you that you might be one that need all of the 8 people that I have on stage, their message to you, or you might just need hers or hers. And then By the time you hear her, you're like, you know what? I think mine is done for the day because she just got exactly what I needed. And then you get to watch the rest of them, on recording. So I'm inviting you to come in and be with the people that have the right energies to move us into 2023 and beyond. Ladies, this one is for you. This is our moment. There's no glass ceiling that is there. If you want to stay in the glass ceiling where you say there's still a glass ceiling and I can break through it, then remember, it's your choice. Because there are moments, there are opportunities for all of us now to really step out and be the boss ladies that we were created to be, the business owners that we were created to be, maybe just to be the happy, free, and fearless butterfly that we were meant to be. Whatever it is that will make this one life of yours be memorable, be happier, wealthier for you. I want you to watch this over and over and over again and just find you and the best you. How can you show up? How can you become unstoppable, free, and fearless? So in ending, I want you to understand that we all have the light. You have the light. Are you going to allow your light to shine? If so, how will you show up? Because being unstoppable is allowing your light to shine every day, every moment. So ask yourself every day, how am I allowing my light to shine? At the end of the day, how did I allow my light to shine? Welcome to the Bounce Back Empowerment Conference. Now say this with me. Bounce back. Yes, I can. Unstoppable. Unstoppable, free, and fearless. Unshakable.
Bounce back, bounce back. Unbreakable, unshakable, nothing stops you in your track. Bounce back, bounce back. Uplifted, inspired, feel your positive unpack.
Never, ever. Never giving up. Encouraged, uplifted, inspired, empowered, motivated.
Bounce back, bounce back. Unbreakable, unshakable, nothing stops you in your track. Bounce back, bounce back. Uplifted, inspired, feel your positive unpack.
Yes, yes. Yes, I can. Yes, I will. Yes, I believe. Yes, yes, yes. Heart, be still.
Bounce back, bounce back. Unbreakable, unshakable, nothing stops you in your track. Bounce back, bounce back. Uplifted, inspired, feel your positive unpack.